What is up, YouTube? I am the original Renaissance man, Devon DaVinci, and you're watching DaVinci Reacts. Today I'm going to be checking out another comedian that has been requested a lot. As a matter of fact, I've had a few commenters who have requested this person multiple times, so I'm going to do this for them. I should have your name in the comment section down below. I believe there was like two people in particular that requested Burnham a lot. And someone requested that I check out a video of his called "Straight White Male." It's a song I guess he made talking about the struggles of being a white person in America. So I'm curious as to how he's gonna tell this story, and I also picked it because I felt like it would have a good discussion at the end. So if you guys want to go ahead and stick around for that, I will be discussing different topics and stuff related to this segment. So let's go ahead and check it out and see what it has to offer. A good pianist.
Walking around, I got no one to talk to. There's everyone, and then there's just me. If I could change, don't you think that I'd do it? God only knows why he cursed me to be a straight white man. I state my problems, other people roll their eyes. 3 trips to the mall, 0 khakis in my size. I've never been the victim of a random search for drugs. But you can't say my life is easy until you've walked a mile in my Uggs.
Come on now, even straight white men don't wear Uggs.
White man.
At least I hope not.
I know the road looks tough ahead. The women want rights, the gays want kids. What?
What?
Can't you just leave us alone and also no to the things you asked for? They're being greedy and they know it, okay? Everyone thinks that I've got it easy, and just 'cause it's true doesn't mean that it's right. So pull up a chair, put down your pitchforks, give me a chance to show you what it is like to be a straight white man. The church has never made me feel ashamed of who I am. But I get emails from Zappos that Gmail doesn't mark as spam. My country's constitution was handwritten by my race. But my wife bought me the brand new iPhone with an iPod Touch's case. Case doesn't fit that. I know the road looks tough ahead. The women want rights, the blacks want not to be called the blacks. Sorry.
Sorry.
Can't you just leave us alone? Also know the things you asked for. No.
He breaking it down.
Straight white man, I know the road look tough ahead. The women want rights, The African American doesn't work with the rhythm. We used to have all the money and land, and we still do, but it's not as fun now.
This is not as fun now. So we still do, but it's not as fun now. That was funny. Yeah, we'll be checking out more Bo Burnham in the future. I know he has other segments that people recommended. I picked this one mainly because it was something that could lead into a bigger discussion. First of all, the guy is a great pianist. That was actually very good. I'm surprised. Normally, like, comedians don't really dabble in multiple things like that. Like, I know Jamie Foxx was somebody that used to get on stage and sing and play the piano also. The comedy was very funny. He was very like, it was obvious he was going to go towards the like the problems that were like considered first world problems. So I kind of saw that coming, but it was just funny how he put it all together. About my discussion, what I was about to say. So before I go ahead and get into this, I want to let you guys know, watch the whole video, and I'm only going to take criticism from people with either something constructive or an actual argument, either with or against what I have to say. So if you just come into my comment section and just start talking shit, then you will get blocked. And I'm not even sure if like a lot of those alt-right comments you see on some YouTube videos are actual bots or not. If they are, then I'll just block them as well. But now, the thing that a lot of people seem to have an issue with when it comes to like the whole straight white man argument or whatever is, I guess when it comes to like a lot of people that are in that category, straight white men, like they always, like you always hear arguments about like, oh, well, you got it so good, you got it so good. To them, like, they don't see it. Like, I'm struggling my goddamn. You mean to tell me I ain't got no fucking struggle? Like, I struggle in my life too. Like, how the hell you gonna judge me based on some shit you done heard? I mean, most of the time it tends to fall down to like generalization. A lot of people assume that like you are a certain way because, you know, you're like portrayed this way. So white people, because they're generally assumed to be like in a better position than everybody else, then people, when they look at you, are like, okay, well, you didn't really have a lot of struggles in your life, so they don't really see the struggle that you actually been through. But at the same time, that's also why people give that term white privilege a name, because it's not something that like you actually gain as far as something physical that you get. The whole term white privilege comes from the idea that if I go into a store and you go into a store, it's more likely that the person is going to follow me because he's generalizing that I'm likely going to be the type to steal from or something like that. Or if you're driving down the street, white privilege means that like you're less likely to get pulled over by a cop compared to somebody else because that cop might see you as a certain way. That doesn't mean that it's guaranteed, because chances are you could still get pulled over by a cop for any reason whatsoever. It's just that the percentage or the chances of it likely happening to you are less. That's what the privilege is considered. So when you hear a lot of people say, oh, white privilege means that you get like, you automatically get more loans, or you can get this or you can get that, usually that's not the case. Because sometimes that falls into a lot of other things. If a white person comes in that looks like trash, chances are they're not going to get a loan. So it really falls under generalization. I can tell you guys a story, actually. A long time ago, it was back when my nephew was still alive. Me and him, we were going up to the mall, which is like a couple blocks down the road from my house. We were going to the mall to get a video game. At the time, there was nobody at our house, so we had to walk. So we went up to the store, to the mall, and went to go get a video game. We didn't have enough money, so we couldn't get it. By the time we were getting ready to come back, somebody was at the house now. We had called the house, and somebody was there so they could come and pick us up. So my brother, he came and picked us up from the mall, and we were driving back home to the house. So like I said, it was only a couple blocks away. We weren't even driving on any main roads. It was just mainly like back roads, getting towards the house. Now, we get to a stop sign right at the road up to our house. When we stop at the stop sign, a bicycle cop comes and knocks on my nephew's window, like right on his window. So we pull the window down, and he asks us if we could pull over. So we turn, so we're right here. The road is right here. We're getting ready to turn left onto the road. We turn left onto the road, and we park right on this side of the road. The bicycle cop comes back around, and another bicycle cop eventually comes also. So we pull over, and I'm not gonna sit here and be like he was absolutely racist or anything like that, because he was a nice guy. He was professional, and he was a nice cop. But the thing he did was kind of iffy. So he pulled us over, and he was just asking us questions, the basic questions, and then he says, "Do you mind if we search your car?" Now, normally some people would probably be like, "Oh, well, you have the right to tell them not to do it, and this, that, and the other." But in the black community, usually if you're not doing anything, you tend to just let this go, because you don't want to start some type of problem. Because chances are, if we have to see this cop again, it's more likely he's going to want to pull us over because we gave him a hard time. Cops do that sometimes. Not all cops, but some cops do it. So we just like, okay, fine, just go ahead and search it. We didn't have anything wrong. We didn't do anything wrong. I never in my life committed a crime. Ever. Nothing. I'm stealing candy bars from the store. Nothing. I never committed a crime. So he pulls us over, and we get out of the car, and we're sitting on the side of the road, and the two cops are going through our car searching it, just searching for whatever. Now, the reason he told us he pulled us over was because he said that our windows were too tinted and we were playing some loud music. Now, the music wasn't that loud, and as far as the windows, they were not tinted bad at all. And I will explain that in a second. So he pulls us over, says it was our tinted windows and our music. They search the car, they find nothing was wrong with the car, and they're like, all right, well, usually people that drive cars like this tend to, be like drug dealers and things like that, so we were just pulling you over just to make sure. Now, after that, they get on their bikes, and they leave. We drive off. We never receive a ticket. We never get any type of indication as to actually why they pulled us over. The whole idea of the whole tinted windows thing, if it was actually an issue, they would have gave us a ticket for the tinted windows. The reason they didn't give us a ticket was probably likely because our windows weren't that damn tinted. They were looking for an excuse to pull us over so that they can search our car. That's what they wanted to do. Now, like I said, the cop was very nice and very professional. He wasn't like tripping or, being sarcastic or condescending or trying to like, as if he was looking down on us or something. He was just like talking to us like a regular person. And because we knew that, like, okay, well, we don't really give the cops any issues, so let's just go with it. We were also like very punctual and like talking to them normal also. And in the end, we end up leaving. But the thing is, like, that I guess is what I would consider white privilege. Chances are, and I'm not saying that this falls for everybody. This falls for some people, because some white people would also end up getting pulled over also if their car fits a certain description. But the chances of a white person getting pulled over in that situation, I'm guessing, are less than what a black person's are in that type of situation. Now, that's the argument for white privilege. Now, it doesn't mean that everything you earn automatically has an asterisk next to it because you're white, and it doesn't mean that everything you lose is automatically less than what somebody else would have lost because they're not white. So everybody has struggles, and everybody has their own circumstances and things like that. So I just want to let people know, when they hear people say the term white privilege in the future, this is usually what they mean. Now, some people, like some black people out there, are just confused. I know you guys are aware of like the woke black people, the ones that sit there and will say the craziest shit, like, oh, George Washington was a black man, and stupid stuff like that. Like the people that are just fucking off the fence, and they think everything is a conspiracy and everything is something to, keep black people down or some shit like that. They're the ones that are going to tell you the opposite. But usually when people say white privilege, this is what they mean. Hopefully that'll clear up some stuff so we can actually have a dialogue about whether or not, like, your experiences with issues with race in America and things like that. I like to have, like, some of my black subscribers in the comment section go down and start giving out stories as to what you think, like, your whole, I guess, anti-white privilege, like things happen to you that you don't think might have happened, might not happen to a white person. And white people, I want you to give comments in the comment section about things that happen to you that don't fit the idea of white privilege, like something that might have happened to you that a person of minority might not have noticed, might not have known, like, oh wow, that happened to you, you're white, that's crazy, I wouldn't have expected that to happen. So this way we can try to have a dialogue about like unique experiences and things like that. So again, this has been this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button if you did like it. Make sure you share and subscribe as well. Like I said, I'll be check out more Bo Burnham in the future, so don't worry, I will check out more of his content. And that's pretty much all I have to say. So I'm gonna move on to another video. I hope to see you guys there. I'm the original Renaissance man, Devon DaVinci, signing out. Deuces.